The power of daily discipline. How small habits build empires. What if I told you the difference between the person you are today and the person you've always dreamed of becoming is not talent, not luck, not even intelligence, but something so ordinary, so unglamorous, that most people overlook it entirely? It's not a secret formula. It's not a life-changing opportunity. It's not one bold decision made in a single burning moment. It's what you do every single day when no one's watching. When you're tired. When you don't feel like it. When the results aren't showing yet. It's discipline. And discipline, practiced daily, is the most powerful force in the universe. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you won't just feel motivated. You'll understand exactly why small, consistent habits are the true architecture of every empire ever built, and how you can start building yours, starting today. The story of two brothers. There were once two brothers who grew up in the same house, in the same city, with the same parents, the same opportunities, the same starting line. By the time they were 30, one was financially free, healthy, and building something that mattered. The other was still waiting for the right time, the right break, the right sign from the universe. People called the first brother lucky. They said he had something special. Some kind of gift the second brother lacked. But here's what they didn't see. When the second brother was sleeping in on Saturday mornings, the first brother was already up at 5 a.m., not because he loved waking up early. He hated it, just like everyone else. But he had made a promise to himself. 1 hour of reading. Every single day. When the second brother was scrolling through social media for hours, the first brother was writing down 3 things he was grateful for, then writing out his top goal, not once a week, but every morning without fail. When the second brother said, "I'll start when I feel ready," the first brother had already failed 200 times and kept going anyway. The difference between them wasn't talent. It was a series of small, invisible daily decisions, compounded over years. That's what we never see in someone's success story. We see the highlight reel, the promotion, the launch, the transformation. We don't see the 1,000 quiet mornings that made it possible. Why your brain was not built for big leaps. Here's something that most motivational videos won't tell you, and it's actually going to make everything make sense. Your brain hates big changes. Neuroscience has proven this. When you try to make a massive transformation overnight, wake up at 4 a.m., go to the gym twice a day, cut out all junk food, read 3 books a month, your brain perceives this as a threat. It triggers resistance. Stress hormones spike. Willpower burns out within days. And you crash. Every time. But when you make a change so small it feels almost embarrassingly easy. Your brain accepts it. It doesn't fight it. And over time, that small habit gets hardwired into your neural pathways until it becomes automatic. Effortless. Part of who you are. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. James Clear. Think about that. You don't need more motivation. You need better systems. Daily rituals. Consistent routines. Small wins that stack up, silently, invisibly, until one day the world looks at you and calls it overnight success. There is no overnight success. There are only people who did the work before anyone was watching. The man who lost everything and built it back. In 2008, during the global financial crisis, a businessman named Marcus lost his company, his savings, and almost his marriage. He was 42 years old. He had built his business over 15 years, and in 8 months, it was gone. He sat in an empty office on his last day, key still in his hand, and he had a choice: fall apart completely, or find a foundation to stand on. He couldn't control the market. He couldn't undo the losses. He couldn't travel back in time. But he could control the next hour. And the hour after that. So he started small. Painfully, embarrassingly small. Every morning, he made his bed. Not because it changed his bank account, but because it was one thing he could control. One small victory before the day even began. Then he added a 20-minute walk. Then journaling. Then one phone call a day to rebuild his professional network. Just one. Not 10. 1. For 6 months, nothing seemed to change. People around him whispered. Friends said he was deluding himself. His own mind screamed that it was too late, that the best years were behind him. But Marcus kept going. Day after day. Habit after habit. By year 3, at age 45, he had launched a new company. By year 5, it was more profitable than his first. By year 7, he had written a book about rebuilding from zero, and it became a bestseller. He didn't rebuild his empire with one big move. He rebuilt it one daily discipline at a time, brick by invisible brick. The compound effect. The eighth wonder. Albert Einstein once called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. He said, "He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays it." What Einstein said about money is 100% true about habits. Imagine this. If you get just 1% better every single day, just 1%, in 1 year, you will be 37 times better than you are today. Not 1% better. Not 10% better. 37 times. But if you get 1% worse every day, you'll decay down to nearly nothing in that same year. The math is merciless. And it works in both directions. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're not just having a good day. You're casting a vote for the person you're becoming. And every time you break your promise to yourself, you're casting a vote for a different identity, one built on weakness, excuses, and eventual regret. Your daily habits are not just actions. They are a declaration of who you believe yourself to be. The question isn't whether the compound effect is working. It's always working. The question is, in which direction? The 5 daily disciplines that build empires. Now let me give you something concrete. Not motivation that fades in 24 hours, but 5 daily disciplines, practiced by some of the most successful people on earth, that you can start today. Number 1, the morning anchor. Before you touch your phone. Before you check messages or news or social media, spend the first 10 minutes of your day in silence. Reflect. Breathe. Set an intention. This is not soft advice. Navy SEALs do this. Billionaires do this. The morning anchors the entire day. Number 2, the one non-negotiable. Every day, identify the most important task, the task that if completed, makes everything else easier or unnecessary. Do that task first. Not second. Not when you feel like it. First. Number 3, move your body. This is not just about health. Exercise is the single most studied intervention for mental performance, emotional resilience, and sustained energy. Even 30 minutes. Even a walk. Every single day. No exceptions. Number 4, feed your mind. Read, listen, learn. 20 pages a day. 1 podcast. 1 lesson. In 1 year, you will have consumed the equivalent of 20 books. That's 20 new perspectives. 20 new skills. Poured into your mind, one small daily dose at a time. Number 5, the evening review. Before you sleep, ask yourself 2 questions. What did I do well today? What will I do better tomorrow? 2 minutes. Every night. This small habit builds self-awareness, gratitude, and strategic thinking, the 3 cornerstones of every successful human being. You don't need to change your life in a day. You just need to change your day, consistently. The Sculptor and the Stone. Open book final parable. There is an old story of a sculptor who was commissioned to carve a magnificent lion from a block of raw stone. When the work was unveiled, the crowd was breathless. Someone stepped forward and asked, "How did you do it? How did you create something so perfect, so alive, from a cold, dead block of rock?" The sculptor smiled and said simply, "It was easy. I just chipped away everything that wasn't the lion." That's what daily discipline does. It chips away, slowly, quietly, 1 day at a time, everything that is not your highest self. It chips away the laziness, the fear, the excuses, the small voice that says you're not enough, not ready, not meant for greatness. And what's left? What emerges from all those small, consistent, unglamorous daily decisions? You. The real you. The empire you were always capable of building. Discipline is not a prison. It is the only true freedom. Because when you master your daily habits, you master your life. And when you master your life, nothing. No market crash. No rejection. No setback can take away what you've built from the inside out. The empire isn't built the day you launch. It's built every morning you choose to show up, even when no one is watching. So I want to leave you with one question. Just one. What is the only small daily habit that if you started today and never stopped, would completely transform your life in 1 year? Not 10 habits. Not a full system overhaul. One habit. Write it down in the comments right now. Because the moment you name it, you begin to own it. And if this video reminded you of something important, something you already knew deep down but needed to hear again, then do one thing for me. Share this with one person who needs it. Because the best empires are never built alone. My name is your name. And I'll see you in the next video, where we keep building, one day at a time. Small disciplines. Practice daily. Over time. That's how empires are built. So I want to leave you with one question. Just one. What is the only small daily habit that if you started today and never stopped, would completely transform your life in 1 year? Not 10 habits. Not a full system overhaul. One habit. Write it down in the comments right now. Because the moment you name it, you begin to own it. And if this video reminded you of something important, something you already knew deep down but needed to hear again, then do one thing for me. Share this with one person who needs it. Because the best empires are never built alone. My name is Ryan. And I'll see you in the next video, where we keep building, one day at a time. Small disciplines. Practice daily. Over time. That's how empires are built.